Alright, so, for some time now, I've been thinking about starting up a channel where I talk about propaganda, maybe even review pieces of it, no matter where it's from. Except for China, because the China show does a better job of that than I ever could. I believe Winston would say, stay awesome. But, now, this is actually meant to sway American opinions. It's American propaganda, shot here, for people here. It's not meant to sway foreign opinions. This video, best I just let you see it for yourself, honestly. Welcome to Shotgun Officer on a Power Trip. And I question if that's actually what's going on here.
What crime have I committed?
No crimes have been committed at this point that we know of.
Are you?
Your gun stolen? I don't know.
Are you aware that? What's your badge number, officer?
I don't have a badge number.
Interesting place to start,
there,
considering
What's your name?
what we find
My
out
name is
later.
Officer Rollins.
Officer Rollins. Can you spell that for me, please, sir?
Yeah, I will in a minute.
First red flag. You can clearly see and hear Officer Rollins say, yeah, I will in a minute. Not, I will not, like the subtitles claim. So that's one red flag.
What's your name, ma'am?
It's right here.
Officer Young?
Yeah, Officer Young.
What's your name, ma'am? Officer Hernandez, is that correct?
Oh, I'm glad you can read.
That's
Wow, that was rude.
Watch him for a second.
kind of a bitch move, but I can't really judge her too hard given the circumstances. You'll see why.
Am I being detained right now?
At the moment, yeah.
So what crime have I committed?
No crimes have been committed at this point that we know of.
Are
Maybe
you-
Your gun stolen? I don't know.
Are you aware that
Maybe your
I
gun's
have
stolen.
to be committing a crime or you have to have reasonable
Not
suspicion
necessarily
that I
a red
committed a
flag,
crime?
but context.
It'd be great if you would just let me go. I didn't realize that I was in Nazi Germany.
Yeah, kid. You're in Nazi Germany. Get used to it.
So
You're going to Birkenau.
I'm not answering.
And then there's the third red flag. She asks, is there any reason why you're walking around with an AR? Not a camera, as the subtitles say.
Any more of your guys' questions?
Based on your behavior and your actions, you have caused alarm and disorder in the community.
So, we've got the red flags of him altering the words of Officer Rollins in the subtitles, and him altering the words of Officer Young in the subtitles. Excuse my stumbling on the words. And we have the context that he's carrying around a gun, specifically an AR. We get the AR context from one of the altered subtitles. And beyond that, so like what it looks like to me is while it's not necessarily illegal, depending on where you are, this guy decided, I'm going to walk around with an AR-15, I'm going to constitutionally carry and demonstrate my right to exercise the Second Amendment. And he did. He knew damn well that he'd get police attention carrying an AR-15 down the fucking street. He did it anyway. And then, when he got what he wished for, exactly what he wished for, police attention, because somebody noticed a sketchy-looking individual carrying an AR down the street, he pulls out a camera, he films it, and then he cherry-picks the footage to try to paint them in the worst light possible. And he doesn't do a very good job. This is actually sloppier than a lot of the propaganda they cover on the China show. It's obviously made to sway people to have anti-police sentiments. And it's honestly a very weak attempt at manipulation. Did you genuinely believe that people wouldn't be intelligent enough to hear what these cops are saying and read their lips as opposed to your subtitles? When you do shit like this, you prove not only that you've never heard the story of the boy who cried wolf, but beyond that, you make it harder for anyone who's actually going to try to fight police brutality. Because they might comment on an incident where somebody got beaten to shit or maybe even murdered by a police officer, and somebody's going to say, oh, well what about this video on, this clip on Income Parents channel where the guy is clearly carrying around an AR? You're doing a disservice to the people who are actually trying to do something about it. You're not an ally to the movement. You're not an opponent of police brutality. You're a fucking scumbag who's trying to chase clout by painting these cops as being worse than they are. I think you have ulterior motives. Those ulterior motives might even be getting revenge on police who stopped you from committing a heinous act. You're a scumbag. Thank you for watching the video. That's all she wrote today.